black pines are real popular on YouTube. But pine, especially black pine, is very difficult to teach. There's so many different techniques based on what we're trying to accomplish. I've seen written accounts of what needs to be done, and I can't figure it out. But I've been doing black pine for the last 40 some odd years, so I know what I'm doing, but sometimes I can't explain, and I don't even know why I do what I do sometimes. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to do a whole series, and I'm going to abbreviate this Japanese black pine to J for Japanese, B for black, and P for pine, just because the title get too long. And I'll also add spring of 2020 and tree 1, 2, 3. Well, how many? I don't know, but I think hopefully by doing it that way, you'll get the message. Anyway, like I said, this is one of the most difficult things to teach. Should do every episode is start with the health of the tree. And how we tell is by the length of the center candle. If you go up to the top, see up there, see how that center candle is really long? Well, that means that part has too much energy. And then as you start to step down, they start to become more regular, which is a good thing. And then, our pokey test. You stick your hand in there, and if it draws blood, that's in really good shape. But if you go in there and it doesn't even poke and doesn't hurt, that means your tree's in kind of a stress condition. So that's how we always will start. And this one here, it's other than that center candle, it's fairly well balanced. The candles from the top to the middle and lower are approximately the same length. That means it's well balanced. Okay, this is typical of how black pines grow. This is the center candle. The center candle has almost no value once you get to the finished state. So what you do is remove that one and remove that one, right? And then what we're going to do is let the secondary come up and break them off. So that's what we do with all these. So things don't get done in one. Remove the center candle. Remove the center candle. And there's a cluster that's coming up. So that's what we do. Now the goal at this point is to maintain and to refine the tree. Here, where it's very hot, we do our styling in the fall. So that's why I have to say that this is the spring technique. Now, for every person that does pines, they do it differently. And I don't think anybody's wrong. I just happen to do it this way. And what happened was, because of our extreme weather in the summer, I had to start developing my tree differently. For typical tree, Niwaki, the first branch should be a little bit higher. But what I find, if I don't keep those lower branches, you'll get sunburn. Also, I'm a sticker for the line, the roof, the roof flare, right? And the movement and taper. So almost all my trees have all those features. So anyway, the man that taught me how to do these, Mr. Yamashita, he was a contractor, and he says, you leave these lower branches on, and when you get to the job site, you could take them off if it's unnecessary. So that always stuck with me. But I also found that around here, it was mandatory that I do that because of the sun burning. So, am I done with this thing? No. In a couple weeks, those secondary will get long, and I'll break them off so there's only 1/4 or 1/3 left. And then I'll be done for the spring technique. And then in November, October, November, maybe even into December, we'll have another series. So anyway, hopefully you got something out of this tree number 1, and then I'll go and do a bunch of them. So hopefully this hit and miss method, you'll get enough out of it, and maybe you'll understand. So like I said, I've been doing this a long time, but very difficult to verbalize some of what I do. So anyway, I'll keep it up, and hopefully you'll learn something. So stay tuned for tree number 2 coming up.